You guys, welcome to the Moto Academy podcast, episode 148. Jackson here from the Moto Academy app. All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. AJ is not with us this week. All right. He took a last minute trip. Didn't really tell us, but he's in Turkey, getting a little re-up. So we wish him well.
Wish him well, man. I mean, hopefully he comes back just ready to show it off and just to let the locks flow, man.
Dude, you got to let him know. That's what he's doing. So it's me. I'm filling in. Ethan phoned me half an hour ago and said, I need a podcast episode right now or else this ship goes down. You guys don't understand. The whole business really hinges on Dave Drake's and the podcast. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Dave, I don't know if you know this, but this is a real stat. I have been voted. I was maybe the worst guest in Moto Academy podcast history.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened? How did that happen?
Peer reviewed. Okay, so here's what happened. This is a few years ago, all right?
Yep.
And by a few years ago, I mean every single person in the company was different except for me and AJ and driver Jamie, all right? And we had one of our like content weeks down in Tampa. We were doing the class with the Lawrence brothers, and we had some classes lined up, trip giveaways. We were doing the whole thing. And it was my first time getting to like be on the podcast. And so I was like, guys, like, let's stack them up. Let's do like 3 or 4 of them. And AJ's like, great idea. We'll do them all this week. So we're good for a month. And with that, I was on a few of them. Man, the people did not, they were not having it. They did not. Who is this? And here's the thing. I get it. They were not, none of the critiques that I got were wrong. All right. I interrupted a lot. I talked too much. These are all things that I say to myself 6 inches from the mirror every day. All right. You know, I wake up and I say, you get in there and you make it about yourself. All right. And that's how I operate. And it's not,
you get in there and you shine.
About myself. Yeah. I don't love that about myself, but you know, it's what it is. All right. But the reality is I was just excited that like I had listened to the podcast. Obviously I work for the company and listened to the podcast. It was like I finally got to be a part of the conversation as it was happening. Instead of just like listening a week later and then being like, you guys, you missed this point. You could have made a joke here. You could have made fun of Cam here. You could have made a joke here. And now I was in the driver's seat. And dude, I did not hold back.
It's weird too, because it's almost like I feel like time speeds up and the topics just come rapid fire. Like you have only so much time to get out your thought before the conversation shifts and someone brings up a point that you have to riff off of, and like you don't get a chance to really fully like execute a thought or a topic or something like that. It happens super fast. But funny that you had that title.
Dude, and that's honestly, it's one of my best titles. That's, you know, like AJ has his accolades behind him when he podcasts. He's got like straight rhythm. I got 3rd place. You know, I lost
Loretta's
my scrotum doing a Superman. And you know, like those things, he has those hanging behind him. So that's my title, is just like, it's up on the whiteboard. It's just like worst podcast guest ever. So we're back. We're back.
We're gonna do it real. Oh, I love it. That's so funny. But I feel like we talk about you so much on the pod, but I think if no one's aware of you, I think they've at least heard the name Jackson before. It's crazy. Like there's so many people that are behind the scenes that make the app tick and make it what it is and help the community be the community, that I feel like people are like, who are these ghost mystery people? So it's kind of good that like you're on here, that we can actually like put a face to a name, because you've been part of the Moto Academy for freaking ever. You've played such an integral part to the growth and to the outreach to a lot of the members and all this other stuff. Plus you're in a bunch of other like vlog videos too, so it only makes sense, right? We got to see your face more, right?
Well, Dave, I'm thankful for the opportunity, and I know you staked your whole career on it. You said, I'm not doing a guest. I'm not doing it with a guest host unless it's Jackson. So
Less is Jackson.
This is officially the white chocolate episode.
Love it. Let's go.
And you know what? Here, let's get the plugs out of the way right away. If you like what me and Dave are putting down this week, all right, inside the app every week almost, we do a live stream.
Come on.
How many live streams do we have a week in the app now?
You yourself are hosting a ton. You've got the race breakdown with Cade, which is gangbusters. That is such a cool aspect to not only have a pro rider, but a pro rider who's capable of main events and Supercross. That's pretty incredible. Having him to be able to break down the races with you, like a few days after he raced those races, phenomenal. I think it's such a cool, unique perspective, and so many people are getting so much out of it. Then you've got the other one with Dylan Wright, which is absolutely mind blowing. If people don't know Canadian Moto, you need to tune in, because like Dylan Wright is such a household name that holds some weight. So to be able to have him on and you guys kind of riffing back and forth, it's awesome. You're a Canadian guy, so like you know the ins and outs of vernacular. I'm a nerd for Canadian Moto, so I kind of get some Easter eggs, dude. It's super cool. But yeah, our Sunday night pod, I don't think there's anything. It keeps the app going, right?
It is the main event.
It's the main event.
Each one of them are cool for different reasons. Like Cade, at first I did have to be like, dude, like let's are you good too? And he is like, yeah, I can make it work. And it was like me and him didn't know each other, before this, and it was, had to build that rapport, and we have it now that it's like, dude, Sundays, like he texts me the day after the race and he's like, make sure you get this clip. I want to talk about this from the race, like get this corner. I don't get any of them, but I try. And then the ones with Dylan, like with Dylan, it's so cool. Like number one, the year that we get him, like we got him this year, and he's had an absolute roller coaster of a season between like injuries, nagging injuries, some bike, kerfuffles. We've had, him getting into it with other riders, and like he got DQ'd at the last one. Like just, he's had the most roller coaster season that you could draw up. And it's been so cool that he's just been like super open and honest, like no questions off limits. He's super like open to talk about all of it with all the people like in the app. Cause like, if you guys don't know, if you join a live stream, we can invite you on to come ask questions. Like we have a chat going, obviously, like any other live stream site, but we can bring people on. They can interface with these riders and stuff. Super cool. So that's our plug for the app. We also have like Jordan. He just joined the team and he's heading up kind of like our amateur athlete program that AJ announced like 6 months before it's ready. And then I just had like 2 years worth of DMs.
Don't
like,
you just
I want to be on the amateur team.
Don't you love that?
Oh yeah,
dude. There's been so many times where we literally are like 2 days out from a contract, right? And AJ it'll be like example, like, oh, we just got signed by Honda signed us or whatever, and you're like, dude, we literally can't talk about it because we've been on Cowies forever and can't mention anything. And AJ's like, so next week when you see me on Honda, I'm like, dude, there's cameras. Like, dude, stop it. Stop announcing things so early. You're gonna get us in trouble, dude. Stop it. We haven't even signed.
No joke. I've like learned things about our company that's going on by like, number one, other app members telling me.
Yep.
Or listening to the podcast. And he's like, by the way, we're doing this in 2027. Like TMA Moon. And I'm like, okay, like is that like was this something we were all supposed to know? And he's like, you'll know when you need to know. But for now, I'm just telling everyone else. Yeah.
TMA. Dude,
it's the best.
Cambodia. We're gonna make things happen.
Okay, but like I learned though that this is like, and this more than, and this is something I kind of want to get into tonight. But like this more than anyone. Like this is like, this is not just an AJ thing. This is a family thing that like, this is how they operate. This is how the Catanzaros operate. When we were at our last kind of trip giveaway with the Crivello family, we went to Boston. You were there.
Oh,
dude,
yep.
Such a sick weekend.
Such a fun time.
I was talking with Mikey, DJ Mike, shout out. air horns. Ethan put his tour flyer up right now.
Yeah. There you go. Put that in. And we'll figure that out.
Editor's note, DJ Mike, add his Instagram.
You know what's crazy?
Here.
People don't know that AJ's brother is probably cooler and like more famous than him. Like literally, dude, like Mike is like an international DJ who just, dude's got ripped muscles. He's cool. He's got the swag. Dude. And like we don't talk about Mikey enough, dude. It's like, get AJ out of here, dude. Bring Mikey in.
Cool, like super cool Asian girlfriend. Cool. Like he's just like Mr. International Killer.
Such a cool dude.
And you know how I know that it bugs AJ is because like I remember being like, does your brother do music? He's like, yeah, he does some music, something. I don't know. And then I find out it's like he's like headlining a party cruise. I'm like, dude, that's our next trip giveaway. What are we even doing?
Dude.
Why?
Thank you.
Why
dude,
are
Mikey
we in Millville?
Man.
Why are we in Millville, New Jersey, like on this dusty ass vet track for a trip giveaway? Well, we could be in the Bahamas, all right? Just like, dude, you know AJ would be like the guy. There's the guy DJing, all right? He's up there. He's got the ones and twos. He's got the headphones. AJ's behind him, just trying
to hype it up, dude.
Oh, him? Yeah, I know him. Just like into it, yeah. Anyway, all that to say that this is a Catanzaro family trait is that, like, Mikey told me, he's like, yeah, my dad had like open heart surgery a couple weeks ago. He never told any of us. He had like some stitches or something. They all got together and they're like, what's that from? He's like, I had like triple bypass. Obviously, I'm flaky on the details. I know it was his heart and I know it was serious, but they were just like, oh yeah, he never told us. And I'm like, okay, so it's all of you. That's good.
It's all you.
Now we know that. Yeah.
Oh, dude. My dad has so many funny stories about Catanzaro, dude. The two Tonys, we have to get them both on. Like when I go home next, we got to get both Tonys in studio. And dude, just come down, Jackson. Just drive down, fly down, whatever. And we'll make it a whole thing, dude. But those two with the stories, dude, are hilarious. But yeah, it literally is. And things just end up working out so well for AJ too. Like, have you heard the first time he ever went to Switzerland?
Yeah, I heard that story.
Debacle. It's like that should that should never have happened. Like, it's just one miracle after another after another. It's like, that's not how life's supposed to work. You know what I mean?
Ask AJ. Yeah, if you've made it this far into the pod, God bless you. But also,
God bless.
Ask AJ about Switzerland. Next time we do podcast questions, say, AJ, what happened in Switzerland?
See. Yeah,
I feel like the statute of limitations is up. He's probably good to talk about it.
Exactly. And by the way, the amount that AJ travels to like Switzerland, Dubai, and blah, 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 it's almost intentional how much he skips Africa. Is it not? It's like, dude, it's like everywhere but Africa tour. This dude is like, there's no way you don't accidentally have a layover somewhere. Like, this dude has been everywhere in the world. Just so happens to just not be in Africa, dude. Come on.
Dude, people have been begging for a Moto Academy class in the Congo, and he just won't do it.
The Congo, dude, he won't do it, dude. It's like people are begging for it, dude. He's like, come to the Congo. He said, help us out.
I'll send Mitchell.
I'll send Mitchell.
He said, Mitchell, let me know if you felt safe. Meanwhile, he'll do a class outside of Philly, and it's like, dude, what are we doing? Like,
no problem. Oh man, just the motocross scene is heavy in Lagos, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so
man, so good.
Those of you sad that AJ's not on this episode, trust me, we are too. But he left us with some topics to talk about. I have them on my computer. So Dave, he sent you some too. So he sent me this one. He said, AJ said, say this in your own words. Talk about how ripped AJ is and how you don't understand how he stays so ripped. He hardly works out, but he looks so good. I wish my body looked like that. So we can talk about that one. That's one.
There's that one. I do like that topic. The other topic of then when you're talking about the greatest of all time and you're in that conversation of just badass motocross racers, it's Tomac, right? Then you got Roxon, you got Stu, you got Carmichael, and you'd be remiss to not mention AJ Catanzaro and that. I mean, it's Dylon, you know? So
yeah.
There's that
he did
topic.
say to mention that.
Yep, there's that one. Always a good one.
Yeah.
What else
he also asked me. He said talk about why is my white baby cuter than Dave's white baby.
There is that. There is that one.
That one was, then he said,
the competition of cute white babies.
Just kidding. Don't actually say that. I can't believe you read this out loud. Are you reading the instructions I sent you too? Stop talking. Just stop. You are by far the worst podcast guest we've ever had twice.
Are you still reading? Don't read the instructions. You should not be reading this. Oh, it's too funny. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Okay, Dave, let's get it. This is the Motocross podcast. So let's talk some Motocross. What do you want to talk about?
We would be remiss if we did not talk about this time of the year and one of the biggest races of all time for everybody. Whether you're a great, whether you're an amateur, you have heard of this majestic, magical, and wonderful theater that is Loretta Lynn's amateur national. So lots of cool content has been coming around Loretta. So we've seen a bunch of different people with their vlogs. They've got their whole campaign, Road to Loretta's, that we've seen from so many people. We've seen the ins and outs of Moto Dads and the whole that whole series and stuff. And I want to get your impression as somebody who kind of lives outside the States. You're pretty much American, but still outside the States. What is your impression of Loretta Lynn's? Like having never went there and never got a chance to experience the ranch. What are your thoughts on Loretta Lynn's, and like is it as prestigious outside of the States as we think it is?
I remember like as a kid, it was like you read about it the same way that you'd read about like Disneyland. Like it's just like sounds like, because like, and I didn't follow any amateur racing. I still don't really. Like I keep in touch with the people that we sponsor and help out, but that's about it. But like what's an average, so like most of my exposure to it honestly came from like the Deegan vlog when I got back into moto, and like that was just like, that was such a big thing every year that like they're going to Loretta's and like seeing, but I didn't know how realistic their like kind of representation of it was, because like dude, Hayden would race like 6 or 7 classes, but at the same time I feel like a lot of the kids going probably race as many as they can just to make the trip worth it. So like did you go when you were a kid? Were you fast enough?
I didn't get a chance to go to the ranch. I think I qualified from an area to a regional or something, and like that was it. But no, never had a chance to go down as a racer. So okay. I wish. I honestly, I've been talking to a few buddies, and it's like, dude, we got the 25 plus, we got that 35 around the corner, you know, so we might be able to do something. However, no one told me that they are just as competitive as like the freaking super minis and the 250D and 250A, dude. It's like there's no drop off in speed really until you hit like the 60 plus class. Everybody is lights out fast. So that's one thing, but
okay.
Yeah, you're sorry, go ahead.
We got to shoot. You know how they did that documentary last year, the Moto Dads one, like blowing up the just horrendous behavior of some of the dads in the sport, most of the dads, all of the dads in the sport. We should do an inverse called Moto Kids, and it's a dad going to race 40 plus, and his kid, his like 12-year-old, is like breaking pit boards and screaming at him. Dude, we should do just the exact opposite.
Oh gosh, I didn't skip the tension to come down here with you to watch you ride on 30th. Like,
and you gotta imagine that's where a lot of like not just that competitiveness, but like that I'm gonna kill someone on this track today comes in those like 35 plus classes, is that these dads just like schlep their kids and their family, like even at the track they're still convincing their wife like this is worth it, it's for the kid, I'm not even racing, maybe one class, I better do 2 to make it worth it, you know. And then it's like their kid gets stuck in the gate, falls over, they fight a dad, and then they find out like you know, in 2 days, I have to race that dad as well. Like that's what I want to follow.
Yes.
Like I want a new documentary, not following how they mistreat the kids, just like how all of these dads are on a verge of a heart attack and how like if they don't go out for this race, they would just like internally combust.
Yes. Yep. 1,000%. And you see it all the freaking time, dude. Even at round 2, right, for TMA Supercross, there were 50 shaft drive class. These bikes, dude, I think a mechanical pencil has more horsepower, right? These kids are like, they're just trying to keep their head up. Most of them just learned how to walk a couple weeks ago, you know, just trying to make their way around the track. And there's dads who are like, let's freaking go. And like me and my buddy are like, dude, they're learning. They're babies. You know, we should see like okay, buddy, hey, you know, eyes up. But they're like, outsides. It's like, what the? They don't know outsides. They go wherever the rut takes them. Their wheels are this little. Their wheels are this little, you know?
They're letting the dirt do its job. You know how there's like Road to Recovery and all these different like special foundations that help with riders. We need a new one that's like strictly for just saving for these kids like obvious future like therapy sessions. Like just like it's just like a collective fund. All right, part of your gate goes to like this is for a BetterHelp subscription in 10 years.
Dude, there's a whole segment I spent with my therapist about like, so tell me about staging for races. I'm like, oh, let's go. I was like,
you start gripping like you're in Get Out.
Like Get Out.
You just start like you're just falling into the sunken place.
Now, David, take me back to the 85 Super Mini class, and I'm just like, oh god, no. Dude, take me back to Loretta's area qualifier.
Dude, a horror movie, like an A24 movie set with like a kid just like therapy sessions because his dad was a moto dad. He didn't really want to race, but his dad was just like, your mom won't let me go to Loretta's unless you're racing too. If you don't qualify, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
I'm gonna kill you. Oh my gosh. I saw this, they've been posting a lot of like people like getting their ticket to Loretta's and the family's crying and all that, right? And then they had one where like one of the comments was like the dad was crying, and it's like the dad just found out or just realized he has to pay for a whole week of Loretta's with his kid, and that's why he's crying. So yeah, you do that plus like the investment in time, the money, the stress of like, oh my gosh, my kid's out there and I want him to do good, but there's all these other fast kids. I don't want him to get hurt, but I also don't want him to suck, you know? There's so much going on. And it's not only that, but if your kid's on a big bike, it's such a weird track. I feel like over the years, the track has developed to a point where it's almost like a 85 Super Mini, maybe 125. You could be okay because they're so light and flickable. But other than that, man, it's like, man, it's such a small track.
Yeah.
And when I say small, I think it's just all the obstacles are so close together, and it's like it lends itself to being more flowy and more raceable for the smaller bike sizes. So it's got to add like an extra level of pressure to like the big bike kids who are like, man, I'm doing my best, but this track is like, it's hard, man, you know?
Yeah. Think about how funny it was for in 2021 when the Pro Motocross Series went to Loretta's.
Oh, yeah, that was so weird.
Dude, like seeing like the best riders in the world go like 5-5 through the 10 commandments. It was just like this, like all those sections that are just like fabled and storied, and just seeing them like rap and just like, dude, it had like a minute 12 lap time. Like it was just
exactly.
Like, yeah.
And not only are they the best in the world, they've raced there for 15 years straight. They know the track. You know what I mean? So, but you know, I have been watching like the like Racer X or Verb Moto, whatever, throwbacks to like the 04 and 05 Loretta Lynn's. And I texted AJ, I was like, number one, this brings back so much nostalgia and like memories. But like watching,
pull up the Ethan put the 05 and 04
clip up.
Loretta Lynn's just right up in this window right here. Just pop,
and
then just
somewhere in that
let
area.
It play. Yeah.
So there's that, and like I'm watching and listening to the bikes, like the 85s. So this is gonna bring me in two different spots, right? The track layout was different back then. So you actually had like bigger jumps, and the corners flowed better, and I feel like Storyland area was more racy, you know? And I feel like I felt like the 85s and the 65s were faster back then, and I would love to see them kind of revert the track back to the way it was back then. But also looking at it, watching Nico Izzy, watching I'm thinking of like PJ Larson, Trey Kennard, Justin Barsha, Sean Rife, all of these super fast 85 kids, Tomac too, Anderson, Wharton, all these fast kids. Do you think that there's any chance that you take one of the faster 85 kids that are currently out there now, or super many kids, put them back then? How are they doing? Do you think it's a 1-to-1? Do you think that we've got them beat now with the training camps and the whatever we're doing? Or do you think like the 05, 04 era, they kind of take it?
Dude, I think you guys even might have reacted to it on like a podcast, but like, dude, I saw a clip of a kid on it was either a 65 or a like SX50 throwing the fattest scrub I've ever seen. Ethan, put it right here. Find the random Instagram clip I saw 3 months ago and just put it right up here. So I'm gonna say that, like, yeah, I think why wouldn't they be faster? Like, I know those are like, did I lose you?
Yeah, I lost you.
And we're back and clap and bang. All right. What were we talking about?
Yeah. So
dude, I don't know anything about Loretta Lynn's. I don't know anything about amateur racing. I can't. Dude, I'm trying. I'm trying for you, but dude, I don't. This is the best amateur racing segment ever.
I love it. Okay,
if you put a gun to my family's head and say who's the fastest super mini rider of the last 10 years, I'd say I have no. Just do it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. No, it makes sense. Okay. I'm going to give my opinion.
Okay.
And this is going to make me sound
That's what the
so
people want to
freaking
hear.
old school.
This is Dave's podcast this week.
Okay. Dude, watching old Davey Millsaps, Michael Alessi, James Stewart, Kennard, Barsha, I think those kids had a grit about them that, yeah, you may have a kid who is more technically sound, because if you watch it back then, there were fast riders, but technique wasn't like a big thing back then. The basic technique, elbows up, keep your eyes up, legs high in the corners, that kind of thing. Yeah, that was always happening. But I think the refined technique that we see in like a Sexton or a Jet or a Hunter, you weren't seeing that in droves back then. However, I do think they had a tenacity and a hunger and a willingness to just twist it and figure it out that I don't know. I feel like if you put like one of the faster kids back then, I don't know if they could match them, man. And the bikes just sounded meaner. They sounded angrier. They just sounded like they rocketed out of the gates harder. So I don't know if that's just my nostalgia speaking or if it's just the old school, Dave mentality, but I feel like they were so freaking fast back then.
I'm going to take the other side of this, and I do have a point now, and it has nothing to do with racing.
Okay.
Our entire world right now is like set up, built, and intended by creation. It is a feature, not a bug, to melt people's brains before they are 12 years old. Okay?
Yes.
So the fact that there are still kids that, like, you talk about the grit and the tenacity, and to me it's like a different kind, like, dude, the amount of information, the amount of overwhelming world news that like people have at their fingertips when they wake up is like, dude, if you like, I remember hearing about bad things happening in the world when I was a kid, and it was just like, wow, that's crazy, but it's like so far away and foreign that like something like that would happen. And I'm gonna make your statement about why older riders were better. I'm gonna make it about 9/11. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna land. No pun intended. I'm gonna land this plane. Just let me get there.
Okay.
Are we still on the air?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
The amount that people can like the amount of access to entertainment, girls, everything that can distract a young, like ripe age super mini kid, and they're still like dedicated and focused on moto is crazy. I think you take one of those kids, you drop them back there, they don't have Snapchat, they don't have Instagram, they don't have Twitter. It's like, oh, we're just racing? Oh, I'm gonna lock in. That's my take. All right. And here,
okay,
like,
interesting point.
So not really 9/11, but you get what I'm saying. Dude,
I get
none
what
of
you
this
mean.
is making. This is
Oh
we're bringing back the $1,000 Patreon tier. All right, I'm telling you right now.
That what you said though makes sense, dude. Like I see what you mean. If you can push through all the crap and chaos of the current ecosphere that is life right now for somebody that age, and still like be focused on your dreams and still be like racing and heavy and stuff.
Yeah.
And be elite, then you must be like a mentally so focused and so locked in person that you're steel trapped. You can't be rattled. There, God forbid, there's no distractions. You're just going to be an absolute monster. So I see what you mean. I definitely get that aspect of it. Maybe it's just my old man throwback, whatever.
But that's normal, and that's what we do need that in the world of like people romanticizing the time that was. Everybody wants to think that like the era they grew up in was like different and special for a certain reason, but it's like, guess what? The kids today are going to do the same thing. You know, they're going to be like, dude, I raced before World War III. Like, don't talk to me about what it's like racing now. Like, that's going to happen in like 5 to 6 months. You know?
Jeez, dude. No, that's pretty nuts. You know, I will say when back then, 04, 05, all that era, there were a handful, like the top 3, top 4, maybe even top 5 kids in the 50 class, 65. They carried that same elite level. Like, you knew there's going to be 5 fast kids that pop up, and it was very rare to have a Dungy out of nowhere that did really well, right? Whereas I feel modern era, it's hard to like know who's going to go fast. You have the kids that won last year, but it could be a sleeper agent that comes up and it's like, yeah, I've been training just as hard, and I feel like I'm ready, and boom, now they're the class leader. So it's really difficult to like pinpoint who's going to be really good when, you know what I mean? So I will say that there's a lot more parity to the front of the pack and, and title holders or title contenders in modern era, mini cycle racing. I can't say who exactly I'm like rooting for. There's a bunch of kids in each class and I'm like, man, it'd be really cool to see that. Is there any aspect of Loretta's that like you see racing as, it could be racing, but any aspect that you see there, it's like, man, I would really love to be able to experience that at some point.
I don't know, man. Like as I get older, honestly, like I'm not like poo-pooing the whole experience. I'm sure it'd be awesome. And I'm very easy to talk into things. I'm usually the one having to talk other people into doing stuff. So like, it wouldn't take much to be like, dude, we're going to Loretta's, and I'd be like, sick. But I also like, I've seen and heard horror stories of like people racing a class, and you have one moto today, the second moto is in 2 days, and the third moto is on Saturday, and it's like that, I don't know. I don't know. It's like number one, it's like out of my tax bracket to even like think about that. But other than that, it's just like, dude, I don't want to like sit around. I'm a selfish person. I don't want to sit around and watch other people race for a week so that I can do one class. Like, that would drive me crazy. I like, and I know that's part of the whole, like the communal hang and stuff like that. But that's why it's like, dude, let's get a Moto Academy compound where we can go host races for the week, where it's open class, 50 to 500 to Stark Varg, everybody at once. Just I just want to put on like an event where
stay sick all the way to just open class CR 500.
Yeah. And it's if you're in last place, it's a knockout race. Okay. And we go until someone dies. That's all. Like you have to literally, it's just you ride until the wheels literally fall off. Dave, two things quick. We put in, maybe we can move more to the app right now. Number one, this episode is brought to you by, do we have the name of who sponsored this episode?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Can you pull it up quick? Is that hard for you to pull up?
Let me see. You might have gotten a DM actually for it.
But so we put in the app today. I said, hey, listen, I'm filling in for AJ on the podcast tonight. Give us some podcast questions. Also, if you want, like we have room for sponsors. So now this is the sponsor segment. Go ahead and hit that 15-second forward if you want to. But you're gonna miss out.
I don't have the business, the name. They never got back to me.
Okay, all right. Well, Dave, I'm gonna send you an invoice. Tell me about the collective experience. All right, I'm gonna give you the floor. All right, because that was kind of, it started as like, we're going to have Dave on the podcast co-hosting every week, and he's going to plug the collective experience. And then it became, you can have the picture in the background. Don't talk about it. So I'm giving you the floor, Dave. Tell us about the collective X.
I mean, if you've been listening to for any amount of time to anything Moto Academy related, we've been partnering with TMA for a long time. The collective experience is basically you're in to get a internship or a fan experience unlike any other. We've had over 80% of our intern goers that join our program go on to do amazing things. And a lot of them are hired by TMA. And we've had so much fun over the last 5, 6, 7 seasons of doing this. AJ was the one that kind of helped me get it kickstarted. And hearing the stories from AJ's perspective, it's so hilarious because it's almost like refreshing for him when he gets a new intern to help him for a weekend and he sees their excitement and their enthusiasm. It like reinvigorates his excitement and enthusiasm to where they both can like nerd out, or him and his group of VIPs or whatever it is. So it's super cool to be able to do this. And we also fund privateer racers. We fund the AJ Catanzaros of the world. You know, we work with a bunch of different teams and help get them funding through this. So it's not just us funding our pockets. We actually pay, you know, the riders and the teams, the privateers, the blue collar workers who we love and enjoy working with. So it's been fun. I love it. Want to keep it going. And AJ and I have to sit down and go through some of the funny stories like over the years because it's been so freaking hilarious. Like there's been so many times where AJ and I just look at each other. We're like, dude, we're going to remember this forever. It's so freaking funny.
It's such a cool, like, it's crazy that it's, I got to figure out the best way to say this. I'm trying not to say like, I can't believe no one else thought of this first, but it's true that it's like, dude, like it's such an obvious, like our sport is so special that there's like this privateer class of racers that literally like pay the gate fee every week to race in the highest level of racing in the world, like Supercross. And these guys sometimes show up and they're like, hey, my mechanic got a flat tire and I don't have one this weekend. They go boop, 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 hit up Dave, and they say, hey, do you know anyone in this area that is a mechanic? And lo and behold, old Tim Tommy is like, I've been wrenching on my own bike. I wrench on all my friends' bikes. Like, I want to get into the industry. You know, I'm not very fast, and I know I'm not going to make it that way, but I just want to be around the sport. Dave calls him up and say, hey, it's your time to shine. Get ready to wrench for Hardy Munoz, you know? Just like that, bang. And then it's like, what's next, Dave? They wrench on the bike. He makes the main event. He's down, you know, holding the pit board in the factory mechanic lane. He gets a number from a monster girl. Like, the rest is history. Like, that's what happens every single time. Every single time. It's crazy.
Literally.
It's crazy that it happens every single time, Dave.
There was one time where AJ was I don't know what, I think we were like at Anaheim or something, Anaheim 1, and AJ texted me, he's like, hey, we're up in the stands, where are you? And one of the riders, I think I was wrenching for like Scotty Wennerstrom or something, he made the night program and I was on the gate and he's like, hey, where are you? Like, we're up in the stands. And I texted him a picture of my face behind the gate. And he's like, why do you have your phone? And I'm like, oh, no, just hanging out. What are you doing? He's like, focus. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we can talk later. It got on his nerves so bad. I was like, yeah, okay, if you say so. It got on his nerves. It got on his nerves so bad. But yeah, shout out to all the riders of the program, the teams. We're so grateful and love helping, and it's been awesome. And shout out to the TMA crew, because doing it with the TMA guys it's so freaking awesome, Jackson. So much, you know how much fun we have. So absolutely love that,
dude. It's cool to bring someone in that's like they're already in on the joke. You know, they're already they know the inside jokes. They know like everybody's repertoire and reputation and like how everything works. And like it's so much fun. They just double dutch in, and it's always the best. Anytime that like we've met someone or someone runs up like, dude, I'm from the app. It's just like they're the best hang. It's so much fun.
Oh, it's
okay,
great.
Dave. Speaking of close encounters with pro riders, I want to talk about this because it's something that AJ and you can't talk about, because he is a pro rider and he is in that upper echelon of like, you know, on this planet of people that can hit whoops in fourth gear, you know. It's just one of those things. Dave, I want to ask you though, when you watch that close someone ride that well, and I'm not talking about AJ, I'm talking about like when you're down on the gate, you know, when we have these ride days where we have a pro come out and they're just tearing it up, they throw their leg over a bike. Does it make you want to ride, or does it make you think like, what am I even doing?
More so the latter. Like, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's certain times for certain tracks where I'm like, oh, dude, like that looks like he's getting sendy. That would be super fun to ride. And obviously we see that and we're like, it'd be fun for me to kind of emulate that. We're never close, right? But 9 times out of 10, I'm watching it and I'm like, we don't even do the same sport.
Dude, it's not
even the same sport, dude.
Literally.
Like, and you know what pisses me off is when you stand behind the gate or whatever, or you're on track walk and you see a section and you're like, oh, okay, so I could maybe double this. Like, it'd be a stretch. It'd be kind of like, it'd be scary, but yeah, I could double that. And they're like, and then you hear like Barsha behind you, or Tomac's like, yeah, so that's just like a tire tap triple. And I'm like, tire what? Like, how do you I'm like, how do you see how do you see that? What are you jumping off of? There's nothing there. There's a roller, dude, and then there's like 50 feet that way, there's a triple.
Doing track walk after Daytona, not this year, but last year. Ethan, I'll put up the photos from when me and Metamoto from the app did track walk. Put them up right here. Dude, seeing in person, like, because late in that moto, so this is 2024 Daytona, late in that moto, there was this, like, quad after going across the start straight. Ethan, put it right here. And Jet was doing it until, like, the 20th lap of the main event. Dude. And it was literally, like, we walked down there after, and I was like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here to jump off of. Like, what are we even talking about? Dude, I stood in one of the inside ruts, and I know Daytona's a different beast from, like, the rest of the circuit, but, like, I stood on one of the inside ruts, and it was, like, up past my kneecap. And I'm like, how does a bike go through? Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, and I had just watched it live and in person, and then I walked down there, and I was like, nah, this is something else. They weren't using this line. There's no way. It just, like, it doesn't make sense. And when people, like,
it doesn't.
We've had cool access, and we've got to do cool things and, like, share the track with, like, these cool riders. And, like, I know in people's head, and it is, I'm not taking anything for granted or saying anything bad. But when people are like, oh, that must have been so awesome to ride with them. And it's like, no, it makes you want to go home, sell your bike, put on a tie, and say, I'm an accountant forever now until I die of a heart attack at 58. Like, you literally, and like, it even goes further than that when it's like, you get into like, this is more into like the male ego of like, Dave, you and I both, we talk all the time. We talk big talk all the time about like, dude, we're like, honestly, we're like 2 weeks away from like our best body ever. You know, like if I just like made a few tweaks with like what I ate and like, you know, like just like I go to the gym 3 times a week. If I went if I really locked in, went like 4 or 5 times, like I could get on that level. Like we all have that in our head, whatever sport it is, that it's like, yeah, but like I wouldn't be the worst one there. No, you would be, all right, and you'd
by a long shot.
Like you would end it. Like you would just like, oh, I'm just gonna go like what is the point? I'm gonna have so much butter now in this next week because I just shared the track with Marvin Muscan and he hasn't like raced in 2 years, and he just like he jumped a line that I didn't even see on this track. Like I was like, what are we talking about?
So infuriating. And like people rag on privateers. People talk it like look at like, oh, you know, like, well, Cade's not top. Dude, Cade is so freaking fast, and like people don't understand just how fast like these riders are. Dude, Tomac is insane. Jet is insane. Sexton's insane. Cooper's insane. Dude, all these guys are insane, but like it's literally a second or two off.
Yeah, the guy in C qualifying, like the guy in C qualifying, when you're like, why are these guys even out there? Like you're like he would blow your door. So in this last week's live stream from Washougal, talking to Cade, breaking down the race, or it was Washougal last, right?
Yeah.
Cade ended up, he was a lap down from the leaders by the end. And when he like crossed the finish line, Ethan put it up right here. He crossed the finish line like with Sexton when Sexton won the overall. And I put it in the highlight clip to be like, number one, got the TMA helmet on the camera. That's my baby. Super stoked about that. Also, sick TV time. Cade, way to go. And he was he thought I was like genuinely making fun of him. And I was like, dude, like that is so far. He was like, I hate you, man. Why would you put that in here? And I was like, oh, I don't know. He was like, I was a lap down. And I'm like, oh, only a lap? Like,
yeah, dude, like, that's incredible.
I would honestly love to see, like, there's got to be a way. We got to break. Do you remember Pros versus Joes on Spike TV?
Yep.
we need that back.
We need that.
We got to bring that back. We got to do it at Southwick. We got to say, all right, we're going to do a 25 lap moto. All right. You get like a 15 to 20 lap head start. All right. And then we'll see how far off you are by the end. And dude, like it wouldn't even be like, number one, neither of us right now are making it 25 laps on Southwick. All right.
No.
Let's just get that out of the way. But also just like, dude, they're like, it's so insane. And it's so funny that like that's my favorite part now. That's the perspective that's become my favorite part of like being this close to the sport and being in the inner circle of some of this stuff is like going on Vital or going on Twitter and seeing these people like on the couch talking out of their ass about what a rider should and shouldn't have done. Like we'll bench race, we'll talk, but like it's never like, oh dude, I don't know why he's like not going faster. It's like, shut up. Like,
you don't get to talk. Yeah.
If we shrunk you down, put you in a baby Bjorn and let you go with like somebody in B qualifying at Redbud, you would like fill your pants so fast that you wouldn't even know what to do with it. Like it's such an insane thing.
It's so crazy to me that people don't understand like just how fast these guys are going. Like it's I can't even get the words out. Like I'm so it's such a
Jay's crying right now.
Thing. Yeah, dude.
He's getting emotional.
Like getting a
Why
chance
couldn't it
to
have been me?
Honestly. Yeah, dude, my dad tells me plenty. Dude, he's like, I don't know why I didn't know why you're not up there racing. Like, dude, because the talent part.
You had my favorite in one of our live streams. You had my favorite ever explanation.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Of why? Because I don't really know your guys' racing history. I didn't race growing up, so I don't know these things. So I'm like, did you ever win a title? And he's like, you were like, I came really close the one year. Like I would have won. And I was like, oh, what happened? I was thinking like bike failure, injury, something happened, flat tire on the way there. You were just like, no, like everyone was just faster than me.
Like, dude, everybody was faster. Dude, I had to race I had to race so many fast kids, dude. Like I had to race AJ forever, dude. Like no one's winning crap. And like and there's weekends where like AJ was number 4 on the gate, and I'm like, wait, if he's number, what am I, dude? Like, like I should be behind the gate, dude. The other side of the fence.
I want that to be the next like TikTok podium challenge. It's just like get them on there being like, yeah, no, I felt good today. I would have won, but just those other guys were faster than me.
Were faster than me today. Yeah, they were faster.
It's just to come out and just be like, yeah, they blew my doors off. Yep. No, yeah, they were.
No, they're good.
They're
good.
I would have won. I would have won everything actually, but unfortunately everyone else also showed up. Like I want that to be a legit.
They beat the traffic. Like they figured it out. I don't know.
When Pulp MX makes his rounds after the races and like asks people like, so how's your weekend? He's just be like, oh man, it sucked. Everyone else showed up. Like it really chapped my ass that I got here and the parking lot was full. I was like, full. Are you kidding? Yeah. I got to do this again. Like. Dude, let's get some topics out that AJ wouldn't touch, and that one is, dude, podcast drama right now. Do you see what's going on?
Yeah, dude. What is that, dude? I'm so confused because the podcast world at that level, it's so small. It's like everyone's been on everyone's podcast, and like there's
four. There's literally 4, and like 3 of them like can't stand each other.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. It's so crazy. Oh yeah, it's I don't. Where do you start?
Dude, I just
take it.
I think just overall, I'm not breaking down the beef. Like it's not as exciting as like Drake and Kendrick. Although it shows just how like far behind the times are, because I don't doubt that they're like both of them are like. Beef is good for like, no press is bad press. People are going to tune into the next Pulp show to hear what he has to say about Grant Langston and Ping. And people are going to tune into the next, Ping show to listen to bad audio. And like, that's what's going to happen back and forth.
Yeah.
But it shows like, they just found out that there was like a big hip hop beat laugh.
Dude, they viscerally hate each other. Like, GL's going heavy on Pulp.
Dude,
I'm like, you were on Pulp forever.
He's posted pictures of him like calling him out of shape, and it's like, did Steve Mathis ever claim to be like Mr. Olympia? Like what? What are we doing?
Steve has given me a platform. I love Steve. The dude's super chill to me. I love GL. I'm a motocross fan. GL. And the Red Bull KTM days, dude, like it doesn't get much cooler than that, dude. I am a diehard GL fan. Like the dude is just an absolute animal, dude. Everybody loves GL. So like it's such a weird deal. I was like, dude, I thought they were boys, and it's such a weird deal, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's fun. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just be like the Moto Academy, Dave?
And just everybody get along. Ethan did throw out a couple of topics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I think one of them was our top 3 or top 5 favorite races of all time, where I don't think I've ever talked about this with AJ, as well as our top 3 to top 5 races of all time, or maybe tracks. I can't remember which one he did. And maybe our favorite bikes, factory bikes. So I want you to kick it off wherever you want to start.
Let's pick one of those.
Okay.
Let's pick one.
Why don't we do our favorite factory bikes of all time? Because I don't think that's talked about enough.
Okay.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you pick it off.
I feel like, are we doing this draft style? Let's do this draft style.
Oh, that's
3 rounds.
So difficult. Okay. God dang it.
3 rounds. All right. So I have the first overall pick, but then you'll have the first pick of the second round. Ethan, put up a graphic here that just shows like Team Jackson, Team Dave, Team Salt, Team Pepper, and we'll go back and forth. All right.
There you go.
And so I feel like the first bike that I fell in love with as a kid, and yes, I know there's going to be older guys on here that are going to be like, oh, that's not I like the Mako from 1952. All right. I'm sorry. I was born in 93. I'm sorry I'm younger than you. But the first bike I fell in love with was the Yamaha of Troy. Dude, with the dragon on the shroud. Does it get better than that when you're 5, 6, 7 years old? And it's like, all right, I know 2 things. I like bikes. All right. I like blue. And, there's a dragon on it. All right. That wins. That's number 1.
It also doesn't hurt that their riders were absolute, like, animals. Dynamos, dude. Yeah, and they rode those bikes like, and I watched old races, dude. Roderick Thane, Chad Reed, Matt Walker. You had all these super fast guys on there, dude, that just like were relentless. So shout out to that team. There's so many people probably listening there like, what Yamaha of Troy? What year was that? For me, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna go forward in time a little bit, and there's one team that, like, this era of their bikes, you just could not beat them. You couldn't beat them on sound. You couldn't beat them in performance. And I think you know where I'm going with this one. It's going to be the Pro Circuit team from like that 05, 04 to like 2014, 2015. You could not beat those bikes when it came to like how cool they were. Yeah.
That was right before they moved their shop and like built on an Indian burial ground and just were cursed for all eternity.
All eternity,
that was right
dude.
Before that era. Yeah.
But like, remember, it was like Villapoto. It was Villapoto. It was maybe Metcalf, Townley, Stroop. Like, there's that photo of all of them at like Freestone going over that jump. Put that up there for us, Ethan. Editor's note. Man, it just right up here. It didn't get any cooler than that, man. That was the pinnacle of a cool bike for me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're up.
Dave, you're up. You have the first pick of round 2.
Gotcha.
Snake draft. We're keeping it fair.
Sorry. This is going back, and I think this is the proper.
Oh, for God's sake. Davey Cakes.
Oh, come on, Ethan. What happened?
I don't know. You hung up on me.
I didn't hang up. Yeah, let me get you back in my headphones. Okay. Number 2. Okay. So for me,
going forward in time.
Yep. So we're going back. We're going back again. So I'm gonna say
back in time, right?
Back in time. I'm gonna say this bike stood out to me so much. They were bright and they were screamers, and it's the Team ECC Suzuki team. Do you remember them? They were the Suzuki team with like the neon green seats and the neon green. Yeah, like the little bumblebee or whatever on there.
Yeah.
Those bikes I thought were so rad. Now they weren't like killing it at the races, you know. They had some really good finishes, but those bikes just were so flashy to me. I thought it was so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for my second pick. I'm going to go, man, I wish we were doing races, because when we were listing off what we're going to do, I was more ready for that one. All right.
Dude, we could have done that one.
No, it's too late now. We're already in it. We're in too deep. We're in too deep, Dave. We can't get out. People will be furious. If we just stop this list now, they'd be like, come on.
Come on.
Come on. Dude, I mean, I can't hate that. Yes, Carmichael did a lot for Suzuki, but like, dude, I'd say James really made Suzuki cool. I feel like James Stewart was the last one. This might be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it for real.
You always say it real.
James, Suzuki single-handedly banked. All of their aura has just come from like the Carmichael, James Stewart era all the way up until Roxon started riding Suzuki. Now be honest, Dave.
Huh?
Be honest with me.
Okay.
And the audience and your fans and your daughter, your white baby.
My white baby. Yeah.
Your white baby. Your white ass baby. That baby's so white.
So all white, right? Dude. That baby's so white. I'm gonna need to carry so ID white. Around, dude.
She's been taking you to swimming lessons. All right, that's how white that baby. Tell me who in between, and maybe I'm missing someone. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. I usually am. All right. Tell me who gave Suzuki cool points in between James Stewart and Ken Roczen.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The only time I can think of something like that would be, I don't know if this even counts, but like Pastrana from like the X Games. But even then, it was so heavily sticker bombed with like Nitro Circus, you didn't really see any Suzuki like pop or flash, right? So I mean, that'd be the only contender, right? And like, if anything, a lot of it was before that. Like you had the Davey Millsap Suzuki era, you had the Nico Izzy Suzuki era, Braden Jessamine. But even that's going a little bit before that. But really, yeah, you didn't. Who was on Suzuki after RC? Tedesco?
Literally no one. Literally no one rode a Suzuki in between
Nick
2014 and 2022. No.
Yeah. It's exactly. So like it's all going. You get to go back, but yeah, I can't. I really there was nobody that really elevated. Now there were fast dudes that were on Suzuki. We're not saying that, but people that elevate. Oh wait,
but there's no one that made you wanted to go buy a Suzuki.
Yeah. Dungey raced for them, but like he didn't make it like cool to ride Suzuki. You know, like he
wait, didn't Ken win his first outdoor title on a Suzuki?
No, he won on KTM, I think.
No, wasn't it Kerry Hart's team? Was that KTM?
No, that was RCH, but he left KTM to go to RCH. But I think Roczen got an outdoor title on KTM.
All right, we're clearly out of our depth. We don't. Dude, I can't wait for the comments on this one.
No,
they're gonna say
I mean,
this video
you're right. No, but you're right. I mean, when Dungey was racing, Dungey's a bad dude. Like, don't get me wrong, but he didn't make the Suzuki cool. It was just Dungey was cool because he was Dungey and he's fast. But it wasn't like there was like a cool factor associated with like, well, if Dungey's on it now, Suzuki's dope. You know, it's like Dungey's dope because it's Dungey. You know, so I don't know. I think Stu was probably the last person that's super elevated, and now Roczen's carrying it.
My last pick, and I'm going right back to the well. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna. This isn't factory, but dude, I loved.
Wait,
this is okay. We're gonna do honorable mention.
Yeah, you're starting.
We're doing snake draft.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. All right, this didn't make the top 3 for me, but it's up there, dude. That first year that Club MX said, "Yeah, Yamaha, your colors are cool, but we're going to do this like baby blue and white." Dude, those were so pretty.
So rad. Yep.
Dude, like I loved that you could spot them. Like it was like they became like the easiest bike to spot on the track for that season. And I wish that they didn't go away from it. It's a bummer. So that's my honorable mention. Number 3, I mean, dude, you got to go. Actually, no, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip for me between like James Cowie 125. But you already said pro circuit, so I might go Suzuki again. Man,
because like they were different though, because like James was factory Cowie and those other guys were pro circuit Cowie. So I mean, you could say James.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I mean James. That's and that
Chevy
bike,
trucks, Cowie.
that bike. Yes, I'm gonna say the Chevy truck. That bike was so freaking good, dude. There's also James Stewart on it. But do you remember watching him cut through the pack with like 15 less horsepower than everybody else? It just it did not make sense. It should never have happened, but it just made it that much cooler. So that bike will probably go down in history, dude. It's like one of the coolest bikes to see like be held wide open and just slice through people. That was super cool. Let me see. I'm gonna have to go with the Trey Kennard era CRF 250s when like him and Josh Grant were on those. I can't think of a better sounding bike and better 4-stroke sounding bike in all of motocross. You cannot convince me that there's a better sounding 4-stroke than when they had those highly tuned carbed Honda 250s. just wrung out, dude. Bouncing off limiter, just popping the clutch.
Yeah.
Those bikes were a work of art. They were so badass. Love those things.
Yeah. Dude, all great. Ethan obviously put up the graphic who won and in the head-to-head draft, and then put up another graphic kind of like encapsulating this whole clip, because this will be a clip. This is the only clippable part of this podcast.
And also a picture of yourself, Ethan, just to and just
put up a picture of yourself, put up a selfie.
Yeah. We just want to see you.
Yeah. So, Dave, I'm going to ask you to pull out your phone, because we need one more thing. Or I might be able to pull it up on here, because we had some people send in some podcast questions. We got podcast questions, everybody.
Before we head into that one, we have to remind people that you and myself and the group will going to be in Salt Lake next week, and I'm super stoked. Jackson, we're going to have a blast. Summer camp is always fun. You know better than anybody how much fun they can be. I feel like anytime Jackson's there at summer camp, it's an all-out bash. I can't wait. I hope people are going on the app, signing up, and going to come hang out with us and have some fun, dude. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, there has not. I've been seeing the footage coming back from summer camps that I have not been to. There is not half as much carnage going on as there should be. All right, so me and Dave are going to go make that right. Dude, Circle Pit of Death, that was my idea. All right, and that came from Ethan. Put a link down below, put a clip up here. And that's from summer camp. That's from Jackson. That's a Jackson summer camp sponsored event.
What a fun way to learn bike control, but also have fun. Like you will never see another opportunity or another occurrence where you've got 20 dudes giggling like schoolgirls riding super slow in circles trying to make each other fall off their dirt bikes. It's so slow.
What I love
the bike skill you learned is kind of cool though. Like it was pretty rad.
My favorite part is the first time we did it, everyone was like, all right, this is to teach skill. This is to teach balance. This is to be aware of your surroundings. We're going to throw in some little things. So what it is the Circle Pit of Death. All right, Ethan put a clip up here, link down below. Is there AJ? I think AJ might have built it or made it or asked them to build it, or maybe that's just what he tells us. But there's like a Talladega continuous corner at Tomahawk MX in Virginia, and literally you just we have this oval that's probably 80 feet in diameter. Hey, that's probably fair. Yeah. And we put 60 people in there and said last man standing wins. All right. And the first time, yes, it was very it was a gentleman's sport. All right. Everybody was just worried about themselves. It wasn't like a takeout zone. The second time we did it, it very quickly became Mitchell was oh, Jackson made fun of me about this. All right, I'm going to send him into the dugout. All right, and then it's a
big balance game too. Like the circle, the circle, that pit of death. There you go. I don't know why I couldn't say it, but it's a balance game. So you can't put your foot down. If you stop, you have to balance your bike.
Standing the whole time.
That's where that's the premise.
That's where the Moto Academy comes into it. Is that it's a standing moto, standing only, and it is you can't put your foot down. Foot down, you're out. Sit down, you're out. And then as it goes on, because there's some people that could just go forever. And dude, the kid who won the first one we did was on an 85. He was just cutting it up in between people. No one could get him. But then also what we did is towards the end, it's all right, one hand. And then it's everybody going around one hand. And then it's inside rut only. So it's this super tight circle. And then it's one hand, 1 foot. So everybody's just leaning and balancing the bike. Dude, it was a blast. So definitely got to do more stuff like that. But yeah, it quickly, dude, the first time, gentleman's game, it was a lot of fun. The second time, the third time, it was just all right. I heard what you said. I'm coming. It was I am going to saw your front wheel off you wouldn't even know it was there. And Mitchell has it. He has a clip on his Insta360. I was watching someone else. He took my front tire out so hard, and I full over the bars and just.
And that's where he starts giggling. He starts, you can hear him giggle.
So hard.
Yeah.
Ethan put up a clip right here. So yeah, Salt Lake next week, summer camp. It's not, I don't think it's the last one of the year, or it might. No, we have, we got lots. We booked a bunch in 2026 already.
Yep.
And dude, the summer camps are the event. That's going to be the new Loretta's. People are going to be like, dude, screw Loretta's. I'm going to TMA summer camp.
Oh my
circle
gosh.
pit of death. Okay. Want to do some podcast questions?
Let's do some pod questions.
Okay. This first one. Boom. Shake and Blake, friend of the show, friend of all the shows.
Shout out Shake and Blake.
One cool thing, and like Dave, you got to play your cards right here because like Shake and Blake will be bigger than all of us.
Oh, for sure.
Or ever want to will be, you know?
For sure.
Dude's already got the connect with Dungy. Like he's got his own dude, he's like 9, like 10. How old is he? 10? I think he's 10. I think he's the same age as my daughter.
Yeah.
And I talk to him like a peer. Like with my kid, I'm like, go to bed.
Dude,
with Blake,
he's so charismatic.
Did you see the Nikkei this week? Did you see the NASDAQ? How's your portfolio doing? Like, it's crazy.
You diversified? Are you diversified?
Are you diversified, Shake and Blake? And he's like, yeah, I got my Cheerios in this one. And I got...
Dude, he's such a charismatic cool kid, man.
Yeah. Shake and Blake. Ethan put it up right here. What's your favorite non-moto related sport or activity you like to do? And if you need another co-host, let me know. Shake and Blake would have loved to have you on, but I'm using all my devices to make this just barely work right now. Dave, I know you're taking swimming lessons. That's exciting. We're all very happy for you. But other than that...
Wait. No, I'm not. The baby's taking swimming lessons.
You're not? You didn't text me, I'm at swimming lessons?
With the baby. Dude, your boy's on the swim team.
With your white baby.
I will say, I went wake surfing this weekend and it went pretty well. Yeah. However, when I jumped into the water, I like breathed in on accident and I like had to swim to the board. This is my first time touching the water all day. And I got like water in my windpipe. So I'm swimming going, trying to like, dude, it was so embarrassing. It literally looked like it was my first time in water and I couldn't swim. I was like, no, not the stereotype, no. Dude, it was so bad. And like, I'm a great swimmer, but like, it was so embarrassing because everyone was like, dude, can Dave swim? I'm like, I can freaking swim, dude. I've just got some water in my throat. It was so embarrassing.
Is there anything more like robbing of just like any aura or cachet that you have in a group than like sucking in a little bit of water to be like,
dude, it's so embarrassing, dude.
And then you're winded, like you finally heal, and you're like,
oh my god, I need my inhaler, dude, from just swimming 2 feet.
And everyone's like, Dave, you can stand up, dude. Like you're fine. Like,
you're fine, dude.
Dude, maybe if you weren't wearing a shirt in the pool.
Dude, I thought about it. I still thought about
it. Maybe if you took your socks off.
Just in loafers. Come on, dude. Do we really need suspenders in the pool?
Sparry's docksiders. Okay. Favorite non-moto related sport. Dave, go.
Wait, to participate in or to watch?
I don't know.
Okay, to watch it's F1. To participate in, oh, dude, your boy I'm addicted to like mountain biking or cycling, and I love snowboarding. Dude, it's like no cooler feeling than those things.
Dave, do you want to talk about just breaking down barriers,
dude?
And just breaking down, just playing jump rope with the Mason-Dixon line. He is like,
Mason-Dixon line.
Dude, he is like. It's so cool. Dave goes and does all these sports where he gets confused with Sal Masekela.
Every single time, dude. Every single time.
Is there an event going on? What up?
Oh, dude. I think Sean White's
like,
here
yeah,
too.
Yeah. A picture's $15. Yeah, I also do Malcolm. I also do Malcolm's too.
For birthday parties or bar mitzvahs, you know.
Yeah. Dude, for me, easy. And it's dude, winter. We got hockey. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's even in the summer. I just played in a tournament last weekend, won the whole thing.
Had
like one of the best hockey moments of my life, dude.
Let's go.
It was amazing. And then golf, hockey, golf, a little moto sprinkled in there when I can.
There we go.
But, dude, that's what it's all about for me.
Solid roster. Solid.
Ba 328. Shout out Ba. Ethan, put it up right here. So I asked this in our because the topic of summer camp is up a lot on the Moto Academy. He asked, and I posed the question to the group. I said, like, what's your guys' dream camp? And my goal with these things, like, I'm not just trying to farm content and stuff. I really want to know, like, what are your guys' ideas? Because there's a good chance we could make them happen. So, we had some good ones. Like somebody wanted, Bud's Creek with Travis Pastrana. Or maybe it was Red Bud. It was one of the Buds with Travis Pastrana. That would be their dream camp. So, Dave, what's your dream summer camp? If you pick, so it's 5 days class. We're doing activities. We're doing a circle pit of death. Yes, we're doing a figure 8 race. We're doing all these other things, but we're also learning moto. We're riding. We're putting, we're burning tanks of fuel. Who's your guest instructor? Where's the track at? Tell me what you got.
This is going to sound so basic, dude, and everyone sees it coming, but I would absolutely love to do a week long at the JS7 compound.
Yeah.
JS7 compound.
And he brings it back. He tries to throw us off with the swimming, with the
snowboarding, and the white baby. And
but dude,
I just think it'd be so, because like we all played the track in the video game, and I remember when we played to Pastrana's compound, we all got that feeling of like, because we all played the Pastrana video game, right? So I think that would be so cool.
I lost you. I lost Dave.
You can't hear me?
I'm just gonna let him talk though. Oh, there you go. You're back.
There we go.
We all played in the video game.
No, I just think it would be so cool to, like, if we all just rolled in there and got a chance to, like, hang out with Big James, Little James, Malcolm, and, like, just to see where this dude trained to become the best, like, racer in the world, dude. That would be
it's
so
hallowed
cool.
ground.
It's hallowed ground, yeah. And you could say the goat farm in the same sentence, right? Like, that would be hallowed ground for sure. So I think Stu's just seems like there's so much fun stuff to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's all his Bubba's World looked like so much fun to shoot and film because there was just so much to do in that compound. So yeah, that'd be sick. And me and your boy could we could maybe pocket a pair of those Nike boots. We'll see.
There you go. Now we're talking. For me, dude, easy answer. So before Chad Reed came onto the scene, my favorite rider was David Villeman. I would say between him and Kevin Windham, they were my first favorites, Really? They were my first, Dave. They were my first.
Interesting.
And so, dude, for me, it would be a week-long camp in France with David Villeman teaching me. Dude, I can't understand a word he's saying.
Dude.
Who cares? We got the countryside. We got a little vineyard in the background. We got David Villeman.
Dude, that would be.
That's it. That's everything.
That's next level, dude. That would be next. Plus, David Villeman is probably one of the funniest and best goon riders of all time, next to Trey Kennard.
100%.
So there'd be plenty of funny content with that.
We get David Villeman and Austin Bott there,
dude,
and like them trying to understand each other. It would be amazing. We'd just sit back.
It'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
It'd be the best. It'd be the best that there ever was.
That'd be so cool. Very selfishly, I really hope that we get a camp in Texas because I'm getting tired of flying. But if we could do one in Texas, that would be awesome. So, powers that be, please let us get one in Texas.
Okay, here's a good one. Vinny Scafidi. He's the one who tried to sponsor the episode, but Dave blew that.
Shout
out, Vinny. Put him up here, Ethan. How often do you get to ride? And when you do go out, what do you focus on? Drills, technique? If so, specifically, what have you struggled with? Or is it just about having fun? I can go first.
Yeah, go for it.
So a good month for me is getting out once. If I can get out once a month, listen, it's not great. I know. I'm aware. But our local track, it's volunteer run. So like I'm going to complain and say it's not taken care of, but that's technically that's on me. It's on everybody who rides there. I don't make the time to go help out in that. So it's not taken care of very well, but they have been trying in recent years more and more. So I don't get out that much. And when I do ride, it's almost like we're starting from scratch every time, you know, and not necessarily that much because it's like the layout's been the same for a few years. So after a few laps, it's like, all right, I know this jump is this gear. I know what I'm doing. But for me, yeah, like I'll always kind of do the TMA motto of like the first time you go out, we're standing only. All right, we're just going to take it slow, learn the track again, you know, and then just slowly build up speed. And then, dude, I've started just like, I'll do like my moto, you know, and then I head straight over, and I mean straight over to that off-road section because, dude, that's my calling. That's my calling in my life. Ethan, link it up here. I beat AJ in a tire competition, hopping over a tire. Dude, never done it before in my life. Neither did he, but you know, he can hit whoops. So I was pretty proud of that. But yeah, so like I go out, I'll do the moto, I'll have fun, and then I'll be like, you know, my family's got to eat. Maybe I'll stop jumping this double, you know, and I'll head over to like the slow techie off-road section. And that's where my heart's where my heart is, Dave. I don't know why I try to fight it. I'm not a moto guy. I'm an off-road guy who sometimes does moto, but mostly hockey. I love that. All right, your turn.
At least you can identify. You know, at least you know where you stand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I've been trying to get out once every week and a half, so far. But it's hot as crap here in Texas, so it fluctuates a little bit. What I try to work on, especially lately since I came off injury and I'm trying to get comfortable again, has been the 3 pillars, dude. Just eyes, elbows, and feet, man. Just keep my eyes up. If I keep my eyes up, things come at me a lot slower. I can process things a little bit better, and I just feel like I'm more in control. Elbows, because I have a habit of just going full Villapoto with the elbows tucked, and that just wreaks havoc coming in for turn in and corners or corner exit. And then feet, just gripping with the bike. If I can make sure that my feet I'm on my tippy toes, you know, I'm on the balls of my feet. I got ankles twisted out, so I'm gripping with my knees. That just adds confidence. It helps me to be able to charge through sections a little bit better. But those are my 3 pillars. And just like Jackson, I try to do a stand-up, you know, few laps, maybe see if I can go 10 minutes or so. And then we started just doing motos, focusing on the fundamentals. So that's sort of how I break it down. And yeah, but it's been tough because your boy Jackson, breaking some news to you, your boy might be getting a new bike pretty soon. We may be getting rid of the Cowie, and I got some contacts back home with some great people, some great family friends that have an amazing moto facility, and just ripe with a lot of cool stuff that I might get AJ hipped up with. And yeah, but your boy might be changing colors, might be changing bike size. So we'll see. Another couple of weeks, we'll see what pops up. Who knows?
Dude, that's exciting. I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna call it there because my phone died. I don't know when the camera stopped recording. So, dude, we got the audio. I don't even care. I don't work here. Ethan, figure it out, dude. Okay. Ethan, you should have known AJ was going back to Turkey. Either way, this is going to be a banger audio episode. I'll tell you that right now.
Love that part.
And who knows? Who knows? This might be the one that just breaks through, Dave. This might be the one.
We could be it, dude. We could be the standout episode where we just start hitting like 1 million downloads a day. That could be us, man.
And to be fair, I will say, as far as a direct replacement for AJ, I did good in the sense that my camera died. I set up, I texted you, I'm ready to go right now, and then came down here and then made you wait a half an hour while I set up my camera and everything.
Oh gosh.
And then I also, I'm just like, dude, when I used to edit the podcast, this is inside baseball. It drove me nuts because like, you guys would be like, AJ would say like editor's note, find this result sheet for like it would be, with some things, it's like, hey, link this YouTube clip, like, or find this, and it's like, that's easy. But sometimes he's like, find the find the results sheet from Moto 2 2004, like at this area qualifier. And I'd literally, and he'd be like, it's out there. And I'd text him, I'd be like, do you have any idea where this is? And then a week later, he'd be like, oh, yeah, here it is. And I'd be like, hey, the episode came out last week. I found it amazingly. I don't know how. But
you know what's funny? It's so like present, I feel like, to AJ, because like he doesn't realize like that was 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
He realizes like that was
dude,
forever
you're 40.
ago, dude.
You're on your
40,
second
dude.
trip to Turkey. Okay, you guys, this is my last official act as a Moto Academy employee. Ethan, put that up right here. R.I.P. Jackson's career. Dave, thank you so much for doing this with me. Love you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
If you guys enjoyed me and Dave going back and forth, we have a good time. And honestly, we had the shock collar on for this episode. If you want the full, raw, uncut Dave Drakes, bow, 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 come get it. Inside the app, me and Dave have a live stream. We do one with Cade Clayson every week. We do one with Dylan Wright every week. Oh, who's Dylan Wright? I don't know. Just undefeated for 2 straight years. Are you kidding me?
Come on.
Dude, we've got our amateur athletes. They've got live streams every week. We've got the coaches go live. Driver Jamie. Dude, Driver Jamie. We have him. Shout out Driver Jamie. He's still listening.
We signed him. We signed him early.
We signed him long-term. Long-term extension.
Yes.
Before everybody knew about him. That's like his lady. His lady that like, dude, Jamie, newly single Jamie, this sugar mama just snapped him up because she said, this penny stock is gonna soar.
Skyrocket.
And I gotta latch onto this rocket before this man rocket. Before everybody knows what they're missing.
Yep.
And now Driver Jamie, he's probably listening to it with her right now. Just cuddled up, all cozy. Dude, Jamie has a mansion now. He's got 3 mansions now. Think about that.
Dude, Jamie's the real deal, man.
Ethan,
and we get to see him next week. We get to see all the boys next week. Salt Lake City summer camp. We like the city. I can't wait. I'm stoked. The boys will be
Salt
there week long.
It's sick.
Let's go, dude. I'm so amped.
Yeah.
I'm so amped.
You guys, this has been the Moto Academy podcast. Tour, themotoacademy.com. Get inside the app. Use a code. I'll give you a code right now. You know what? You listen this long? I'm going to give you a real code. We don't give this code to just anybody. All right. I'm going to give you,
listen up.
You use the code TMA camp, not TMA fam. People are going to say, hey, use code TMA fam. That's 1 month. I'm going to say use code TMA camp when you sign up for the app. You get 3 months free.
Ooh.
To any tier. 3 months,
Ooh.
Dave. Legally, I'm not even allowed to do this. 3 months free.
That's a whole.
I want to see you in the app. And when you get in there,
on.
I want you to message me and say, hey, I used that code. I'm in here for 3 months. And I'm going to say, me and Dave's live stream is on Sunday nights sometimes. Other times it's Mondays. Sometimes we just don't do them. All right? Dave, I love you.
Love you, buddy. We're going to watch some Loretta's this week.
Shout
out to our girl JJ's racing. Cheer for her. Cheer for Jordan Jarvis. Shout out JJ. All right, buddy. It's been fun.
Love you, buddy.
We love you, bud.
All right, we're out.